Welcome back to Tarot by the Bay. I'm David. Okay, I'm going to do a back-to-back reading here. It's been a while since I've recorded two videos on the same day for my channel, but I just did my markets and economy video, and election interference snuck in July. And I want to explore that a little bit more while I'm kind of in the zone, as it were. Hopefully the cards don't contradict what I just had for the reading that's going to go up on May 8th. This should go up on May 9th. Unless I decide both of these just absolutely need to be up on the same day. All right, so let's explore further the energy reading for July 2025. I record this on May 7th, 2025. My last reading would indicate that if election interference is going to be revealed, it would happen in July. Happy Independence Day, everybody. How apropos. So let's do another big spread here. We're going to take our signifier card and we're going to place it off to the side here. So from the week of basically June 30th through July 6th, I believe. Let me make sure I get the dates right here, because that always helps. Yes, through July 6th. I just want to go Monday through Sunday. I try to do Sunday through Saturday, but although that's how the week starts, for most people, practically speaking, your week starts on a Monday. So I just like to go Monday through Monday here. Or Monday through Sunday. So here we go. This is the end of June through the first week of July. There is a sensible hard truth coming forward here. What's going to be the underlying energy? Wheel of Fortune. This is karma coming through and the wheels spinning. We got the Page of Swords. This is the spy in the camp. The Two of Wands, the planning. Three of Coins, the conspiracy. And the Queen of Wands, my Kamala Harris card. And it's also a Ukraine card here too. So in this spread, we are going to keep the 1 and the 5 card here. But what do we have? There's a hard truth coming in with the karmic wheel about something that was, the spy, things that were the planning, the conspiracy. So we might get word that whistleblowers have come in and they talk about the planning that went in and the conspiracy to steal the election from Kamala Harris. Again, this is the Wheel of Fortune spins forward here. So that's what we're going to get that first week. Happy 4th of July, everyone. It doesn't look like we're going to have to wait too long in July before we find out what's going on with election interference. Nothing like starting out with a bang. Now, just because the Queen of Swords is there doesn't mean that it's announced, but the energy is that, it's time. We've got what we needed. So it could be that what we hear is that there's whistleblower reports or something like coming out. Like they're leaking information, getting people ready for the announcement that the election was stolen. It would be bombshell type reporting type of thing, breaking. Even that, maybe it's even something, as the Queen of Coins comes popping out. That's the third queen here. I'm not going to keep it out, but we'll just keep that in mind. That, yeah, that's right. In the August one, there was that heartbreak card. Anyways, yeah, probably August is when they announce things. But Queen of Coins here is that this is about cherishing our democracy and the values of our vote. Okay, so second week of July, which is going to be... Darn it, I just need my phone here. Okay, second week of July. Let's go the 7th through the 13th. Okay. 7th through the 13th. Knight of Cups. Oh, here we go. starting with the messaging. This card we keep. The government. Strength card. This card we're keeping. The Tower. Oh, wow. Okay, that second week of July is when we know. That is absolutely when we know. That is, oh, good Lord. It's the secret. Okay, not to get... I'm bouncing like this now. Wish casting, this is for entertainment purposes only. I do not want to get your hopes up because I could be totally wrong. This could all be a bunch of crap. However, if we're trusting that the cards are what the cards are and I'm interpreting what I'm interpreting and I'm not throwing in a metric ton of bias that even the most seasoned lorry driver is going to look like, dude, I don't want to haul that. Wow. All right. This next week in July, which starts on Sunday, July 6th, if you will, the messaging comes across from the government about a bitter pill that you're going to have to swallow. The Tower, look at all these major arcana here, about the administration coming down and who the real victor was. About effing time. We're finally going to know what happened. The secrets are going to be revealed on this. Now, this could be that a decision's made by the government to about the the decision could be made that they're not going to tell us. Let's qualify this. This could mean that they tell us or could mean that they not tell us. But by that week, they know. That week, it's done. They know. They know the election was stolen. What they do with it is totally up to them. But what do they want to keep it a secret or do they want to share that information? That is outside of our control right now. But by this week, they know. This card comes back in. This card goes away. This card stays out. This card goes away. Move these in like this. Pivotal. Here comes the X marks the spot card here. Third week. This is the week. Let me get my phone out. This is the week that's going to start on Sunday. Just as I said, I'm only going to do it on Mondays. This is the week that's going to start on Sunday the 13th or Monday the 14th. I call it Sunday the 13th. Just easy to read this. Sorry. Mr. Waffle House here. Right after I said, I'm not doing it on Sundays, I start reading it on Sundays. Just because the calendar's reading that way. So we have the end of June through the first week of July, second week of July, starting on the 6th, going through the 12th. Okay, so now the 13th here. We do a couple overhand shuffles. Oh, there's the that card that just popped up. My deck's upside down. The card that just popped up was the Seven of Swords. Yeah, we're going to know about the thievery coming in here. Election was stolen. I think they're going to say they know its election was stolen. I believe that's when they're going to announce it. Okay, third week. Knight of Swords. Now you come rushing forward, charging forward here. The Death card. King of Pentacles. Oh, Donald and Elon, you are in effing trouble. Ten of Coins. 1, 2, 3, and last one. Temperance. Oh, there's Elon and Donald in the center here. All right. Now it's coming forward with the news that Donald Trump's administration's over. Trump is center underneath this problem. The problem was money and the poisoning of the system that now needs to be detoxed. And Elon's underneath it. This is where they come forward and say there was election interference. We need new elections quickly. This one's got to end. The king is dead. He doesn't get to be the king anymore. The evidence is overwhelming. And it's time for a redo. And here's Elon underneath here impacting the results. Yikes and wow. Okay, so we take these cards in. We make this the cross. Take these in. All right, let's bury these cards. Whoops, these two are next to each other. Do I have them? I have them buried. No, they're in the right way. Good. 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 And good. And we do a cut so that we don't get that card on the bottom again. And now we shuffle. And now we shuffle poorly. Okay, oh my God. Again, this could be total wish casting here, right? I understand that. I get it. And I don't like doing that, but I asked the question, this is the answer I'm getting given the energies now. The skeptics or the cynics will say this is just a bunch of crap. The skeptics will say, this could be a bunch of crap, but I guess we'll know in July. And folks that want to believe it will want to believe it. Don't bet the house on all of it, but man, oh man. This at least gives me some hope. Now, I'll say this, but I want you to recognize something that we've seen in recent history. Remember how when Donald Trump lost the 2020 election, there were all these conspiracy theories that the military was going to come in and remove Biden and this, that, and the other thing. And they kept saying, it's going to come out next month. It's going to come out next month. There was a QAnon with all that. I don't want to say that this could be the same thing. I don't want to spread conspiracy theories, but take my readings with a grain of salt. Okay? Here's something QAnon would not tell its listeners, to take their things with a grain of salt. Because they were saying that this is cold hard facts of what's going to happen. To me, this is my interpretation of the energies of what could happen. Okay? There's a difference there. We're both saying we think it's going to happen, but one, QAnon's coming from I've got insider information and this is 100% factual, and mine is like, man, I don't know, but this looks pretty darn good from the energy point of view. Okay? And it's funny how all the stuff, Trump complains the 2020 election was stolen. Yeah, it probably was. But I mean, in that the Republicans cheated like they normally do, but they didn't cheat enough. So in 2024, they had to cheat even more in order to get Trump elected, which means that it becomes real obvious what the cheating is, because you've turned up the signal so much that it gets above the noise level, signal to noise. I know, like the 20 scientists that are watching this, or the engineer, just got this big smile on their face. Oh my God, he's talking about signal to noise ratio. Yay! For the rest of you, it's like, what? You don't notice a non-flowering dandelion when it's just a little bit above the grass line. But if it's 3 feet tall above the grass, you can't help but notice it. I'll give you a bad analogy on that one. Okay, so week of the 20th. What do we got? People do not like what they're being told. I'm not going to say that's the Democrat. Now, if the government doesn't reveal the information they have, this is going to be us sitting here like, you waiting all these months for it. But I think people are not going to be like what they're told. Maybe this could be we have to wait for the elections. I don't know. But there's an announcement of a plan going forward. It's a just plan. There's that Queen of Pentacles again. It's what's best for the country. And the truth's been revealed. And we're stuck with it. We're stuck. I think there's going to be new elections. Whether you like it or not, there's going to be new elections. Look, we've got to do something about this. This is the only fair way to do this. It could be that they want to bring the case to the Supreme Court, that type of thing. But this is what's best for the country because we now know what happened. Wow, this is great stuff here. So, and we're stuck. We can be victims or we can take a path forward. But you got a couple of 4 cards here too, which is interesting. So this one goes back in. This one stays out. This one goes back in. This one stays out. Truth card comes back in. And we're back to bad shuffling. Let's go ahead and cut the deck. And shuffle. And we'll get to the last week of July 27th. And it could be that it's 4 months. That would make sense, right? That would put us in November. Maybe they're going to want snap elections again in November. That's what those fours could be. Is that, get going, folks. August, September, October, November. It might be by the end of, instead of that, maybe it's on the end of November. Maybe they'll make voting on a Friday after Thanksgiving. Wait, that's the first day of shopping. Can't have that. And open up the polls at midnight. Doorbuster specials. Your vote counts for 3 if you vote between midnight and 5 in the morning. Oh, and the riots as people try and rush in to get their votes in. Oh, man. Okay. Okay, so now we're in this last week, Sunday, July 27th through August 2nd. What's the energy in that time? Right. Come on down. What do we got? Happy days. United States. Celebrations. 4 of coins. Holding on to information. Holding on to our values tightly. It's a new lover's card. Something that's agreed to. The devil. Next to the devil card. Good heavens. Oh, I don't think I've ever had these 2 cards. Maybe I've had a cross like this. But again, look how these cards are identical, but one's high energy and one's low energy. What a wild, wild ride that is. And the truth card, I was hoping this card was going to come out again. That makes me happy. New elections are coming in. This is part of the plan. Hey, we got to hold on to our democracy. Some people are going to really, really like this idea. Some people are going to really, really hate this idea. But it doesn't matter. The truth is out there. And, how funny, because we know how we're going to cast ourselves. One group is standing in the light. The other group is standing in the shadow. Wonder which group is which. Wonder which group is which. But these cards go back in. These cards stay out. Let me give one more shuffle here. So we have our underlying energy for X marks the spot. Oh, this is wild. What a wild, wild reading this is. I'm at least relieved that this card came out twice. That tells me that this is going to, that this will have legs and this will get revealed. Now, again, I can't guarantee you that. I can't guarantee you anything. I could probably guarantee you the sun's going to rise tomorrow. But the sun isn't really rising. The earth is spinning. But there's not a lot I can guarantee you on this one. But man, oh man, this looks amazing. All right. Last one. And a cut. Okay, here's our underlying energy. Now, let's get these cards lined up. It's going to be like this. Like this. Like this. X marks the spot. You know who saves us? You know who wants us saved? The American oligarchs. Money. Money wants us saved more than they want Donald Trump. And here, this card's come up again. The High Priestess. Underneath, the truth has to come out. Why is the truth coming out? Because American oligarchs have finally stopped. They're tired of Trump and his shenanigans. American oligarchs, of all people, hold your guillotines. Put your guillotine order on hold, or at least don't implement the guillotines quite yet. What's happened? The oligarchs have seen what Trump is doing. His impact on the government is impacting their finances, and they want their finances secured. And the only way they're going to do that is they've basically seen the truth of who Trump is. He promised them things he can't deliver on. Or maybe he gives them their tax break and they don't need him anymore. But July happens before the budget, unless they pass the budget sooner. If they get the budget, they don't need him anymore. That's like the only thing that they want him for. Also, the celebration of America with a new path forward, the end of the administration, and this is Kamala Harris over here, the oligarchs. I think the oligarchs are realizing that although they were promised tax cuts, you know, understanding what's coming down the pike is way more important than the uncertainty. And Kamala Harris, you know, she may raise their taxes, but that certainty of what's going to happen allows them to plan and make decisions. They can't make decisions in the chaos that is Trump's mind. Trump, basically, with all his tariffs and all his bravado and bullying, he's alienated the one group he needed to stay, and whose support he needed, and that was the American oligarchs. He's lost them. They're fed up with him because they cannot make informed financial decisions. The only ones that can are the ones that are so close to Trump and to give him lots of money that he's giving them heads up. But the thing is, Trump doesn't plan things out. He's day-to-day chaotic, so there's no planning in it. He's even said so. In multiple interviews, he says he likes his day to come to him. He doesn't map out his day. He lets it come, and he makes his decisions as they come in. Well, that's not strategic. And a lot of these billionaires, if they're going to make their money, they have to be somewhat strategic as to what's coming down the pike, and so, especially something that they can control, so that they know which way things are going to fall. Let's say, for instance, you're rolling dice, and you can control that one of the dice is going to come up a 6. You know, it's easy to bet. I'm going to bet on 7 and up for that to happen, because I know one of these dice is going to be a 6. So I know 7's got to be a winner. Let's say you can't bet 7. 8 are up. 5 times out of 6, they're going to be right. They come across like they're geniuses, but it's because they know what's happening before it's happening. Insider trading would be the simple way of that, of saying that. They rig the game in their favor. And with Trump, you can't rig the game in your favor because he's just a chaos agent. July. We'll see if July pans out the way I think it's going to pan out. Okay? Again, this could be wish casting on my part. It's my interpretation of the cards as best I can with the spreads I've got. But wow. I'm almost excited. Thank you very much for watching this video and supporting my channel. I appreciate it. This reading is for entertainment purposes only, but I hope you found it insightful, and I'll catch you on the next video. Take care.